Hello everyone, my name is Shraddha and welcome to Node of Biology. Today we will be talking about what is a cell and its different types. A cell is the basic building block of all living things. It is the smallest fundamental unit of life which is responsible for all of the life's processes. All living things are made up of cells. Most living organisms are single cells. All cells are made of same chemical code, DNA, and they function in similar ways. It is believed that there are more than 10 million, perhaps 100 million living species on Earth today. Each species might be different, but each reproduces itself faithfully, yielding progeny that belongs to the same species. And how does this happen? It happens because of the DNA. There are three major divisions of the living world: bacteria, archaebacteria, and eukaryotes. Traditionally, the classification of living things was based on the comparison of their outward appearances. For example, we see a fish. It has eyes, backbone, jawbone, brain, just like us. But a worm doesn't. However, as evolution started to occur, the disparities between organisms varied a lot and this method started to fail. However, in today's time, genome analysis has given us a simpler, more direct, and much more powerful way to determine the evolutionary relationship. The complete DNA sequence of an organism can define its nature with almost perfection and in exhaustive details. Moreover, a string of letters which are just A, T, G, and C that comprises the DNA can give us the exact origin of that particular species. So we will classify the cells into two broad categories: prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Karyote particularly means nuclei. So prokaryotic means before nuclei and eukaryotic means true nuclei. The examples of prokaryotic cells includes bacteria and archaebacteria. The examples of eukaryotic cells includes plants and animals. So before diving further into the structure and function of the cells, let's discuss what are the key differences between a prokaryotic cells and a eukaryotic cell. So prokaryotes are the cells that don't have a nucleus, but they are biochemically the most diverse organisms and include species which can obtain all their energy and nutrients from inorganic chemical sources, such as, for example, if we can take archaebacteria, which derive their nutrition from minerals released at the hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor. They often have a cell wall. Their internal organization is fairly simple and they have a very small, fairly simple outward appearance. They do not have membrane bound organelles and do not have a distinct nuclear compartment. Their genome size is very compact, ranging from 1000 to 6000 genes. In contrast to eukaryotes, who have a true nucleus to house their DNA, multiple membrane bound organelles, they do not have a cell wall and their organization is fairly complex. They may live as solitary cells such as algae, yeast, photosynthesizers such as unicellular algae, and hunters such as protozoa. They have elaborate cellular arrangement and have cytoskeleton. Their genome size is usually bigger. Human genome has 1000 times more genes. The unity among cells on Earth is truly amazing. All the cells have DNA as their genetic material. They use the same processes to make proteins. They follow the same basic metabolic principle as other cells. Therefore, on the most fundamental level, cells on Earth show unity to each other. However, they also have a very diverse relationship. All cells differ in size, shape, and function. The size shape and function of a cardiac cell is much different than that of a neuronal cells. The neuron cells can range from few centimeters to several feet. The shape of neuronal cell is entirely different than that of a cardiac cell. The function of a neuronal cell is to relay synapses, unlike the cardiac cell.